This is the final weekend of any significant training for me, going into the Mohican 100 miler ultra marathon, which is happening in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. All right, so out for a little Friday lunch run on this beautiful June 4th, 2021. 2 weeks, 2 weeks until the big dance. It's gonna be exciting. So this weekend, gonna put in some good work, not super long miles because we're only 2 weeks away. Hoping to get a couple hours of running in today, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's the plan. It's pretty hot, which is great. Get some heat training in and keep planning for 2 weeks from now. So the cicadas are alive and well, out of their larva state and now in the trees. Fun times. All right, catch up with you in a little bit. Oh, and I know this neighborhood's been getting kind of boring, so don't worry. I'm hoping tomorrow to get on the trails again. So that'll be fun. All right, let's get this thing in. Okay, so 1 hour in, about 6 miles. Feeling pretty good. It's a great day for heat training, I'm telling you. It's not even that hot temperature-wise, but it's so humid. I would have to, if I had to guess, I would say maybe like 75% humidity, maybe more. So it's very, very humid. And then the heat adds to it. So heat index, the Dan heat index is probably like 90, which it's probably gonna be hotter at Mohican, so this is good for me. Ease me into the super hot weather. So just a quick overview of my fitness level going into the Mohican 100, or at least going into the taper, because after this weekend, we'll definitely be tapering down to the Mohican 100. And I'd say that's probably maybe the best part of this training block. My mileage hasn't been super crazy. I did get 2 50Ks in, the DNF at Cruel Jewel 100 and the 50K last weekend in my neighborhood. But my best part of this training block has been being injury-free. I really feel good, you know, knock on wood, nothing happens in the next 2 weeks. But I feel great, my body, there's no major areas of pain. My neck was hurting me a little bit about a week ago, but that's pretty much gone. So everything feels great. And I think that's gonna pay back dividends during this race. So anyway, just a quick update on that, on my health. And now let's finish this run. What is going on, everybody? Dan the Ultra Dad here. Thanks again for hanging in there with me. It has been far too long since I've updated you. I think it's been almost 6 days since my last video, way too long, especially since I'm trying to upload 3 videos per week. But this week, life just kind of happened and I was unable to do so. But thank you very much for sticking with me and tuning in, of course, as always. If you haven't had a chance and you like my videos, definitely hit that subscribe button. That helps my channel immensely. Hit the thumbs up if you like this video in particular. And hit that bell notification if you'd like to be notified of future videos. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into it today. All right, so today we kind of have a mixed bag of things I'd like to talk about. First of all, this is the final weekend of any significant training for me, going into the Mohican 100-miler ultra marathon, which is happening in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, June 19th, Saturday, June 19th at 5 a.m. The race begins. So this final weekend of significant training, I'm calling it. I'm doing nothing too crazy, but I did do a 2-hour run, as you saw just a few minutes ago. That was actually yesterday, and then today I was going to do another 2-hour run, and I ended up doing a bunch of yard work instead. So it was actually pretty good heat training. The Mohican 100 is a very hot race, or can be a very hot race. It can get very humid and very hot, so a little bit of heat training definitely doesn't hurt anything, and that's what I did today. I did some mulching and yard work, pretty heavy, pretty intense work for about 5-6 hours, and it was in 85-degree weather with the humidity factored in, probably something in the 90s as far as the heat index. So all in all, actually a pretty good day of training, being out in that heat. That went really well. I didn't get to run, unfortunately, but got that heat training, so I'll mark it up as a successful day. Tomorrow, I do want to put in at least 2 hours on the trail. I might extend it out a bit since I didn't get a chance to run today. We will see exactly what I do. I definitely am going to the trails, though. As you saw from my run yesterday, it was all in my neighborhood on the road. I can't wait, honestly, to get back to the dirt trails, which are significantly nicer to my joints and my hips especially. So I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow's training, and I'll take you along for the ride. After this weekend, I plan to begin my taper, of course. I'll keep running, but it's going to be fairly minimal, to be honest. I really want to rest up and make sure I'm 100% healthy as I go into this beast of a race, the Mohican 100-mile ultra marathon. So while we're at it, let's talk about my status just in general. So let's talk about my health status. Let's talk about my training and kind of what level I'm at right now as far as my training. So on the health, first of all, that's probably the biggest and best news that I have. I'm doing 100% just fine. I'm going to knock on wood, a little bit of superstition there, but definitely feeling great. Really no niggles even to speak of, no injuries for sure. So definitely exactly where I want to be going into a 100-mile ultra marathon, which is what I'm about to do. I think I mentioned this earlier during my run yesterday, but I did have a little bit of pain. I had a back, some kind of lumbar pain, and also a cervical, like a neck pain that was happening a couple weeks ago. The neck pain is now gone. The lower back pain really didn't materialize into much, but the neck pain has pretty much gone. Occasionally I feel it a little bit, but really not involving running at all. So I'm very happy that has not turned into anything worse. Not even sure what I did to it, just kind of tweaked it. You never know. I'm a dad. I have a couple kids. They like to wrestle with me, so sometimes it gets the better of this 41-year-old. Now, as far as my training status, training's been going pretty well. It was a little bit of an adjustment to change my training up after I DNF'd at the Cruel Jewel 100. I didn't want to hit it too hard this last month because I did go 50 kilometers during that race. But I also wanted to try to take advantage of some time after the Cruel Jewel 100, during which I wasn't as tired as I had expected to be because I didn't run the full 100 miles. So it went okay. I'll be honest, I could have done more. I could have done better. But with work, family, you do your best and then you go for it. So I think basically I'm in the same position I was last year. Before the Mohican 100, the COVID Mohican 100, which happened in October, and I think I'm pretty much trained as well as I was, and at the same level as I was before that race. So definitely not going into the Mohican 100 trying to break any records or even be super competitive. Mid-pack guy, and I'm definitely just trying to finish the race. That's good enough for me. So anytime I can finish a 100-mile race, I'm happy. All right, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I definitely want to also mention one more thing, and that is I expect to do a live stream this week, probably next weekend or just before the weekend on Friday. I'll update you as the week goes on as far as when exactly it will be. So we'll be doing a live stream with another guy who is going to be running the Mohican 100 alongside me, which is going to be pretty exciting. His channel name is I Run on Beer, and his name is Ryan Day. He's from New York, and I'm really excited to get a chance to meet him. So Ryan may also be joined by his friend Todd, who's going to be running with him at the Mohican 100. Coincidentally, I ran the Bandera 100-kilometer race down in San Antonio with these two guys. Didn't actually meet them or speak to them down there, but we were both running the same race, all three of us, so that's pretty cool. That's when I started watching his channel. I'm hoping to do this live stream with him and Todd, and then also my brother Will, who's going to be running with me. So it's going to be fun. We might have 4 people for a live stream, and all talking about the Mohican 100, getting into some of the details of the race, our plans, our preparation, some of our gear. I think it could be really a good time. So definitely be watching my channel and looking for updates on when that may happen. All right, well, thanks again for watching my channel, and thanks again for sticking in there with me this week, which being a pretty sparse week as far as uploads. So anyway, thanks again. I think that's all I got. Have a great evening, have a great weekend, and we'll catch you in the next one.